Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with Pillars of Eternity. I don't want to waste any time. Let's go ahead and just dive right back into it. So, in the last episode, the Beerwick came and forced us to take refuge in here, and now we're trying to figure our way out. And I think I just made the decision that I am not going to rest. Oh, you know what? One person was mentioning. Oh, okay, yeah, still. I'm gonna just go ahead and deal with it being set to tab, even though it's kind of weird to me. It's whatever.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Oh, this is the camping spot he was talking about. Okay, mace, camping equipment. Okay, so now I can rest 3 times. And what's this? Hammer and chisel. Useful for chipping away at hard surfaces. Okay. And small shield, torch. I can sell both of these things. I'm so used to Pillars of Eternity where you just hold down the little mouse wheel and swing the camera around. I don't think you could do that in Pillars of Eternity, so I gotta get used to it. Okay, so the left side is there. There is a map. Okay, cool. So yeah, the left side is all taken care of. We should be able to continue here. Then we can either go north or we can continue here. I'm gonna continue. Save it. And a Zurup. I was about to say a kobold. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zurup. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks his head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay, I won't hurt you. The Zurup recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating. That's the same thing. Same thing. Okay, slowly back away. The Zurup watches warily as you go. Okay, seems like I need something before I go here. I think I vaguely remember this, like you can give it some food or something, right? The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place, full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects like traps and secret doors. Okay. And that's all, right?
To whispers and shadows. Look at the tiles. What are those symbols? Worth a look.
There we go. I was like, somebody has mechanics. There's a trap somewhere here. Ooh, good Lord. Each tile is literally trapped, huh? Okay. That sounds ominous. I think we're gonna go left and right before we go up here. I don't know what's behind all these traps, but it's probably not good. Wow, literally every tile? I would have, okay, so yeah, definitely have to stay in scouting mode in this game, because I would have probably got obliterated if I had walked over this. And it also means we're definitely going to need somebody who's well-versed in mechanics, okay? No problem. No problem. Got that. All right, cool. Now that's all taken care of. I guess we'll go ahead and start with this door.
To whispers and shadows.
To whispers and shadows. Okay.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
A symbol of a patterned circle is inscribed on this pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Use the torch to light the brazier. Okay, sure, why not? Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards.
Stay quiet.
Okay, and they're all lit. Nothing special happened as far as I can tell, but we'll see. This mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows the procession of Ingwithans from all the Kith races, Amumua, Elf, Orlin, Dwarf, and Human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each one topped with a flame. Okay, so it definitely seems like that's what I was supposed to do. I think we can safely say, you know what, no. Even if we can safely say there are no traps, some of us might still be hitting objects, so I'm staying in scouting mode. And I do have double speed turned on, right? Oh, no, I didn't. Now I do. Okay. So I think I gotta make sure I activate again every playthrough. No problem. Hey, what's this? Large black ooze. Immune to blinded, dazed, frightened, prone, or terrified. Immune to prone. So that power that I activated for him won't work. I have to use the damage related one. No problem. You. Oops. No, just you. Go around.
What you need?
Oh, well. Guess that's not gonna happen. Da-da-da. What's the problem? How much do I need? I only need 10 focus. Okay. And this connects with... This still connects with... Oh, you use it directly on the enemies. Whoops. It's the other one that you get later that connects with allies. Okay, cool.
Silence surrounds me.
Whoops.
Be quiet.
All right. Hey. Does she have... I swear she... Oh, I see. So I saw that there was red at the top of her portrait. So I was like, hey, she lost health, but it's all back. Does she have regeneration or something? But I see now that her green bar is lowered. That's how you know. Okay, cool.
Certainly.
Axe. I don't have anybody using that right now.
What's that muck on the wall?
Viscous and oily, this muck clings to anything it touches. What's this? Let me quick save before I touch this. A viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Leave. Okay, so there was a gem in the other.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
So I'm looking for something that I could potentially put into his eye. I don't have to be secretive here. I've already been through this area. There we go.
Quiet.
Now I can be secretive. What's on this guy's body? Relief gem. What's... This small folio is torn in several places, and blood is soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've got my hands on a genuine Ingwithan artifact. Fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Shient Liz in the morning. Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Interesting. And I have the crossbow, but I don't think I want to trade up my bow for it.
No,
So
we got enough as it
take
is.
that. And let's head back. Is this what I needed? Place the gem in the eye socket. Okay. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way.
To whispers and shadows.
Ooh. Lesser black ooze, okay. And there we go. He was immune to some things, not immune to others. And we got some ooze plasma for that. And then, hey, what's this? A minor cloak of protection and some gems. I'll give the minor cloak of protection to my main person. Why? Oh. Is this it? This is the problem. There we go. +5 fortitude, reflex, and will. You can take that. You can switch to a new weapon set by selecting the weapon icon from an individual character's action bar. Good to know. Okay, and nothing else here. I believe we can move on. So, pretty sure for the Zarib, I need to give it food. If that's what it's looking for.
They'll never know I'm here.
So, what's... Oops. So, I still don't have food. No
Wait.
reason to go down here.
Do you hear that?
No, I didn't hear... Ooh. Ooh, now I do. What is that? Scolder Whelp. Well, let's see how tough you are. Excellent. Whoa! You got obliterated, sir. All right, Scolder meat. Interesting. Oh, wait. Does that count as food? I think it's food I'm supposed to give to it. Give Scolder meat to the creature. You produce a piece of Scolder meat from your pack and toss it onto the floor. The Zarib's nostrils flare at the scent of fresh meat, and its eyes dart between you and the food. It creeps toward the prize, shoving the spear into your grip and snatching the meat with both hands at the last moment. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps. Okay. I think we're good. And we got another a bow and a lockpick. Couple of lockpicks, actually. Excellent. Okay. Got an axe from here. That all looks like regular equipment.
I might
Nothing
be
I'm
able
in
to
a
break
hurry.
through here if I were feeling better.
A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you'd expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Okay, interesting. Save that.
They'll never know I'm here.
They'll never know I'm here.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
We don't need to do all that. Ooh. So, yeah.
Yeah! Spot on!
Ooh. Not going well. Okay.
I'll be quiet.
I'll be quiet. Oh, where's Durant? Really need a cleric, a healer. Somebody help keep my folks upright. But it's all good. We'll
Fresh
work
air in
this
here.
out.
I think we found an exit.
Ooh.
Sounds like the storm path, too.
Seems like we found an exit. Okay. Oh, is this the other side of... Awesome. Yep, okay, so
Be quiet.
that's the other side of this. Excellent. You know, I wonder if when I lit these pillars before, if that actually did anything, and that wasn't clear to me at all. But I didn't see anything else to interact with, so. Maybe the ooze doesn't show. Ooh. Famished spear spider? That's not good. But here, we'll kill your babies first. All right. So that went down with no problem. And, oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be bad. Cool. Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. Yeesh. Glad I didn't end up that way.
And shadows.
Jim, excellent. So I heard from one of my subscribers that I actually missed a special gun in the first area because I wasn't sneaking around. And so that's part of the reason I'm sneaking around everywhere now. I definitely don't want to be missing out on equipment. So we're not going to go back, but from now on, I'm going to put in the effort to make sure I get everything that's supposed to be coming to me. I just got a helmet. And doesn't give any special value, but hey, why not? All right. And I think that's finally the exit. Let's check the map real quick. Make sure it seems like we did everything. I feel pretty confident that we did. Let's leave. Any weapon that lists a damage type like slash or crush. Nope. Okay. Ooh. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled ardra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick, gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Oof. That doesn't look pleasant. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Audra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Audra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered or. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear demanding activity on a character. It is commonly received as an injury when a character is knocked out, but some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, fresh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Eodin and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Ooh! Your character has earned enough experience to advance a level. Click the icon on their portrait to level them up. Level 2. And boom. Okay. Skills allow your character to perform specialized actions like scouting, detecting traps, picking locks, or reading scrolls. They can also be used to overcome obstacles in conversation and scripted interactions. Skills will advance as your characters gain level, but items and other bonuses can also increase skills. All right, I've got a 2 on lore. I want to increase athletics because I want second wind. But then after that, we're going to focus on lore. I think. I think that's what I prefer to do. So yeah, we'll take 1 point in that. I got 5 points. How many points? Other once per act can counter characters with athletics use a second win. I don't remember how many points in athletics you need for a decent second win, but maybe you only need 1. So we'll just leave that there. And then I want more lore. And I'll take a little bit of survival. Excellent. Next. Ooh, I get more powers. Okay. So there's Eye Strike. Soul Shock. I think I want Soul Shock, yeah. Full area of effect. It only requires 10 focus. This is going to allow me to use damage more quickly. Let's go ahead and get that. And then, oh, right. So I want, was it Biting Whip? Bites deeper, granting a bonus to damage. So you got Biting Whip. What's Psychic Backlash? All right, stunning the enemy when they, right. So we can do more damage, we can get more focus, or we can have flat out greater focus. Let me consult my build. Hold on. All right, looked at all this and decided the order I wanted to take things. What's the problem? Here we go. There we go. Now it's popping up. And level 1. And greater focus. More focus. Okay. Start with more focus. Cool. Sorry, guys. It was an honor to know you. Hope the wheel does you all justice. As you level up, after leveling a character up, you may want to review their statistics. Open their character sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities, and talents in greater detail. I remember that. I think this game actually does a great job of giving you that type of information, but we'll go over it later in the game. After I have a full team and I can look at all their stuff. Vessel Flesh. This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Okay. And now, we're trying to get here, but we got to go to Vale Wood first. No problem. I actually am not going to... Oh, that's right. I need to rest. At some point. What is this doing to me? Major fatigue. Accuracy negative 25%. That can't be good. But I don't remember. Are you supposed to go ahead and rest? Or... Yeah. Choose a camping bonus. You meant to... All right. And then as you increase survival, you can get higher boosts to these bonuses. Right. Oh, okay. That's just a little scene you get while you're sleeping. Alrighty. Okay, I'm actually going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because I want party members. So we'll swing back around to this area and actually clean everything up. after I get into town. But for now, why? What's the problem? Oh. You have to go up through there. Whoops. For now, I'm just going to try to go down the path and just get through this. As much as I possibly can. Ooh, okay, so with greater focus, right. That allows me to use the power right off the bat. Not cool. And I appreciate her carving me up like that. Thank you very much. Stay with the lights. Just give me the light. Hey, look at that. Okay. And you don't look like an enemy? Damn thing. Come on.
Welcome.
The man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up at you as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? Have to say, don't see too many Amwa out this way. You headed to Defiance Bay? Lots of work on the harbor, I hear. Nice! I didn't realize that this game has race-specific dialogue. That's pretty cool. And he's already mentioned Defiance Bay. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you clear these woods, the better, I think. Our caravan was attacked. I've been trying to get to Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and if you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked, north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great, monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Nanton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spark of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Nanton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before he knew what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiled sadly. And this time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. All right. Something to do when I come back. But for now, I want my party members. Vale, accept. You can change how much. Whoops, sorry. Wasn't paying any attention. Okay. What a welcoming. Woo. I mean, imagine walking into town.
Settlers, welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is the buzzing of flies from the trees.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beowick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra petal to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Isn't this guy a peach? If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. You said something about Hollowborn and Wadwin's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wadwin's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interest at heart. He nods. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. Maybe so. Like I said, it's best to stay away from those sorts of places. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Barath must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Woo! I love that intro. I love that introduction to this city. Feel like it's absolutely awesome. Ominous, mysterious, it's pulls you right in. Like, what is really going on here? You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his head for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. We're humble folk, but we're no fools. Not like he thinks, mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not adherents.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I forgot about that. He's got this soul inside of him who speaks for him. Oh, that's awesome. I completely forgot about this dynamic.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. They squint at you through red, bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Jadoo. That was a mistake. Oh. Cypher's working out very nicely so far. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I'm glad I can help.
Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, though your accent suggests that you are no more local than I.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
A Beowick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Just how did you manage to cross these 3 drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lip so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go then.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Awesome. And here we have Aloth. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And since we're here, check this. The windows are clouded with the haze of accumulated smoke and cooking grease. The Black Hound Inn. Save here. And press here. Just so that we can unlock whatever is unlocked from there. I'm pretty sure this is one of those types of games where each exit on each side might unlock like a different place. So you need to make sure you search thoroughly around. Building the Warden's Lodge in your stronghold grants access to a variety. I have a stronghold. Oh, right. You do unlock. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Villager. Server. Bunch of stuff here. Villager. Commander and Forge Master. I'm not reading all that, but you all can. If you so please. Oh, that's right. Some of those named characters, like you can see into their souls. Roaches scatter and flee under the crates. Right, okay. So when it's got those gold names, you can look into their souls, but a lot of times it's it's giving you information that
I'll see what I can find.
I'm sorry, I should be doing this. It's giving you information that seems contrary to what's actually going on in the story. So
Silence.
I'll have it in no time.
lockpick failed, lock difficulty 3. Right, okay. Durance. Yet another reminder
Sharp
that we need
eyes
to.
and keen ears.
I don't understand what that means. Oh, if you use 3 of your lockpicks, you'll be able to open this. Yes.
It's done.
I'll buy some more. Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Eothas and Lord Radric in a compromising position. Hey. All right, and hey, look at that. 3 more lockpicks. I'll take it.
Nice and quiet.
These bones are covered in tiny bite marks. And this hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. Pet the dog. The dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Oh. For some reason, I thought you were supposed to be able to take it.
I'll see what I can find.
But I guess not. Might affects all damage and healing done by the character and their fortitude defense, and might also be used in conversations and scripted interactions for test of strength and power. Just want to check real quick.
Surrounds me.
Okay, this is just the upstairs here.
I'll see what I can find.
Anybody up here? Nope. Okay. Back through here. Creeping shield increases the character's deflection. Yep. Alright, don't need to talk to you. Don't need to talk to you. In fact, here, we'll do this once. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall. Da 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 da. Whole story about his life. I think this came from the Kickstarter for the game, and like people who donated a certain amount were able to create stories about their particular character and what was happening with their souls. And so that's why some of the information can seem like weird or contrary to the actual game. Some kind of brown slop is congealing in these dishes. It smells burnt. Ooh, that's a different
Sharp
symbol.
eyes and keen ears.
I think that might mean thievery. If I remember correctly, there's no real morality in this game, right? So thieving doesn't like brand you as a thief, nor does it make you have a lower reputation in the city unless you get caught thieving, which we will not get caught. So we're going to go ahead and take this stuff. Spoons hang by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. At the end of the day, whatever I steal, I'm sure they'd be more than happy for me to have it if I solved the Hollowborn crisis, which I will.
Hello.
Oh, greetings and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. The innkeeper bows her head curtly. Please, sit where you like. Would you like a drink or room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today, she sighs, unless you're fond of cold porridge. I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Okay, right. So you can hire mercenaries, basically, if you wanted to. I'm not doing that, but good to know it's an option.
Hail, traveler.
I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. She laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. You only serve porridge? Aloth looks at you and shakes his head quickly. It isn't by choice, I assure you. We used to serve some of the finest meals in the Deerwood. We've had a damnable run of luck is all. It's been a bad season for the crops and we're running low on supplies. I sent Tenfrith up north to stock up. Tenfrith's our cook, you see, an artist with a good roast, but it's been days since he was supposed to return and we haven't seen any sign of him. She sighs again. I've only just taken over from the last owner myself. I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't turn up. I could try and find him for you. Really? Her face brightens. I'd be grateful to you if you did. He was traveling through the Vale Wood. It's probably nothing, a broken wheel maybe, but I do worry. You see him safely home, and I think everyone in here would sing your praises. Nobody much likes my porridge. Could I see what you have for sale? Aloth opens his mouth but seems to reconsider. Nothing for me, thanks. Of course, we're running a little short on goods these days, but we ought to have more soon. Okay. And that's all she has. I don't think I need any of that, but we can sell some of this stuff, right? She won't pay us for that. Okay, interesting. But she'll pay us for all this. Does Aloth doesn't need any of this, and Adder shouldn't either. This is all just regular trash. 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 What's this? Simple clothing, trash. I'll hang on to that just in case. This is decoration, but I'll go ahead and hand it over. This is, you sell this, sell this, sell this. I don't think we need to keep this for anything either. And these are ingredients. We'll keep this around. 622. Trade. Close. Okay. Find 10th. We will do that later. For now, I want to do this now because I want to make sure I don't forget. Tongue's going to be used. Doop, 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 doop. Let's go ahead and get the dog. There we go. Sorry, girl. Don't think he's coming back. The dog whined softly again, held tilting. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. The dog's ears perk up. It trots over to you and barks happily. I've never found the guy, by the way. I think most of the the party members you get rather, cannot have pets. So you just have like pets sitting in your inventory that you can switch out when you get ready. But I think Eder can have pets. And maybe I'll give him the black dog. But I could be wrong. We'll see. I'd like a room, please. Of course. We keep them nice and tidy. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses they provide last for a long time and affect the entire party. And we'll go with the free option for right now. I'm sure there'll be armor and weapons and things of that nature that I want to equip. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of his ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. All right. Excellent. Okay. I think that was some good progress, but it's almost been an hour. I think we'll go ahead and cut it here. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.